JACKZ has been a part of the G2 organization since December of 2018, and is well known to have a positive influence on the team in terms of personality and mentality. However, despite generally positive public perception and words of praise from his teammates in G2, today I'm going to show you why JKS is a perfect one-for-one replacement for JACKZ. JACKZ had a relatively late start to his career. He moved around a couple of Tier 2 or Tier 3 French teams for a couple of years, but finally got his big break on G2 in 2018. The roster at this time was completely French, with the likes of JACKZ and Kenny's at the helm. At this time, JACKZ was already 26 years old, which in most cases is considered to be quite a late start in a professional CSGO career. However, despite this late start, early G2 was a pretty good period for JACKZ. He averaged a respectable 1.05 rating as an anchor player, which is obviously super valuable and part of the reason that JACKZ has had such a long tenure in the G2 organization. When we fast forward to 2021 and 2022, JACKZ now averages a rating of 0.94, a substantial drop in performance when compared to his previous 2018 ratings. And while not all the blame can be attributed to JACKZ and the failure of G2's 2022 lineup, we should now look to JKS and what he can bring to G2 in replacement of JACKZ. JKS has had plenty of ups and downs in his career, from placing top 4 at a major as a star player to hitting rock bottom in a failing complexity lineup. Despite having a poor period on complexity, JKS still managed to average a positive rating of 1.02, just a couple of points shy from the Tier 1 career highs of JACKZ. However, JKS stood in for FaZe clan at IEM Katowice 2022. This was an overall fantastic performance from JKS, where he averaged a 1.14 rating on the main stage. FaZe clan managed to win this event with JKS standing in for 2 different players. Both Rops and Rain had been sick at some point during the tournament. This was a true revitalization of JKS and his ability to perform at the top level. When comparing JKS and JACKZ, initially it doesn't seem like it would be an insane upgrade. However, when we look much deeper into how these players separate in terms of skill level, it becomes painfully clear how much better JKS is overall. When we look at the map pool for G2, JKS is just better on average on every single map. And this isn't too bad until we consider the fact that JKS and JACKZ played the exact same positions on 5 out of the 6 maps in G2's map pool. JKS is just going to get more kills and impact in the same positions that JACKZ plays. Another thing to consider is that JACKZ, while left in quite a few clutch situations, rarely wins these unless he's having an outlier game, and JKS on the other hand is notorious for consistently winning clutches throughout his entire professional career. Overall, JKS has a career that still has a lot of life in it. He has proven that in 2022 he is still an extremely solid and consistent player that will do his job and get a solid amount of output. JACKZ has been on a consistent downtrend in terms of rating and consistency, however. Even though people may want to compare the impact of JACKZ's personality and how it may affect the team, let's also just consider how JKS is notorious for being a quiet player who is importantly problem-free and will just do his job better than how JACKZ will do it in almost every situation. JACKZ is a great role player, a great personality, and a great teammate. This is probably why G2 has stuck with him for so long. However, JKS is just going to bring so much more to the team in terms of clutching, fragging, and most importantly, consistency. I think that in the future, JKS is going to turn out to be one of the most underrated slam dunk moves in G2's recent history. And I can most certainly guarantee that JKS will help this team become a contender.